How's it going, everybody? Just a quick sound check before I get everything started off. Let me know if you can hear me. C1 Junglei, hey, I just wanted to say that Osmanthus wine still tastes the same as I remember it. That is an excellent observation. And good to know. Alright, so let's get this thing kicked off, shall we? Alright, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. The special program should be kicking off in about 10 minutes. So far as I am aware, anyways. You know, as long as it doesn't get delayed or something crazy like that. To those of you stream regulars, you'll probably notice behind me that things are a little bit more cut down. I don't have as much stuff going on behind me as I usually do, and that is because I am in the process of packing up my house and getting ready to move. So, you know, the TH space that I've been enjoying for the last couple of years, I'm in process of selling it. So, yeah, things are going to be changing quite a lot around here in the future, and it is resulting in quite a bit of a hold up for me in terms of free time to make content with, but I'm trying to, you know, roll with the punches, as it were, and continue to keep the ball rolling when I have time. We'll see how that continues to play out, though. I did put out some announcements yesterday for like my Candace video and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm still working on stuff. It's just you know, it's complicated, we'll say. Anyways, for the 3.5 stream, we'll get into kind of my expectations for that here in a second, but I want to see who's in the chat. Ren725, hey, welcome back, bud, welcome. And Maple, good to see you as always. Gene Shadow, welcome. And I'm seeing you're saying you can't do something, but you'll die. What? Why would you die? I feel like I'm catching something out of context. Pikachu, then go to bed in this. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. 4 a.m. from, yeah, you know, if you're on the West Coast, this the stream is real early in the morning, and you know, it's real early in the morning. I mean, it's 7 a.m. here on the East Coast, but I'm still having an energy drink because, you know, I would not have been able to get myself moving at all without it. So, you know, that's a thing. This will be on YouTube around 11 a.m. EST. Adjust your own time. Yeah, it will. You're on here because I upload vids and stuff myself, so I'm almost never not here, although I've never had time for uploading of late. Yeah, I feel you, Gene Shadow. I do. I really do. Yeah, you know, the whole staying up through the night thing isn't something that I do very frequently anymore either. Usually just like a new game released or something, and I'm really excited to play it. I'll do it for like one night or something, and then it catches up with me the next day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't do that very often anymore. Am I still gonna have the TV in the background on the new setup? You think it adds a nice touch to the setup? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure. It'll depend, bruh, on kind of what my space looks like. My initial thought would be no. But it'll really just depend, you know. Like, I've never really had the time to utilize the TV the way I wanted to in the streams anyways. But if I can actually get things to really work the way I want them to, then yeah, maybe I could see doing that. We'll see. Anyway, so my expectations for the stream. We do know that they have, you know, from the little icons that they have here on the stream, we can see that they are going to have Dehya and Albedo's voice actor on this. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's not going to show the far right side, is it? No, it is not. But we know that their voice actors are the ones that are going to be on this today. So that gives me some hope for what we might see. Particularly, you know, like obviously like Dehya's on there. That's usually a given if they're doing the voice actor streams. It's usually a given that the new 5-star character is going to be on it typically. But what I will say is, you know, seeing Albedo here, that might be indicative of some event stuff coming up where they're going to get back into what's going on with him, which I do believe the last time we had an update for Albedo properly was in 2.4 or 2. Yeah, I think it was in 2.4 when we had the last Dragonspine event where we learned about his clone. So that could be interesting if we're going to finally get back into his story. And that is something that I've been really anxious for, really looking forward to. So we'll see. That is my biggest expectation, I think, on this one. I think, you know, for a while now, we've been expecting the typical late patch version Dainsliff quest update. Now, what could be, you know, more interesting even is if they manage to roll these things into one, right? Like Dane and Albedo in the same quest line could be like kind of a weird theory crafter's dream, right? But like, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that might be a little bit too dense. And you know, maybe they'll have too many moving pieces to pull off something like that right now. But I do think that this means that we're going to see Albedo in version 3.5 finally, and maybe we'll be going back to Dragonspine. You know, obviously we don't have to be in Dragonspine every time we see Albedo, but that is where his alchemy lab is, and it has been previously where we've you know, stayed tangled up with him in the past. So we'll see. Bruh says, for banners, I'm thinking Dehya Albedo, and I'm hoping for Eula. She hasn't rerun in over a year. There's a lot of people hoping for Eula, given that she is the game's primary and really only good physical DPS. Yeah, it's surprising that they've waited so long to rerun her. Just a fantastic character for a lot of reasons. Remember all the Discord trolls we had yesterday? Fun times. Yes, I do. Yeah, no, I mean, the Gene Shadow asked, did something happen in the Discord? I mean, nothing really happened. No, just some people were like shooting over to the Discord yesterday and kind of being just irritating on purpose. Bans were handed out. Lots of bans. Yay. Can't believe you've done this. Many Albedo, or maybe Albedo will be a yearly event thing like the Golden Apple Archipelago. Yeah, you know, that's very possible. You know, what with it having so many characters like Genshin does, they kind of have, I don't want to say a responsibility, but it is almost mandatory for them to check in at least with the ones that have major story beats, at least yearly. And that's kind of what they did with characters like, you know, Skarmosh. Even for, you know, we got about one update a year until Sumeru came around and started to actually push his story forward in quicker succession. You do kind of wish they'd do event weapons sometime, like they do the skins. Event weapons, I mean, or they'd post the event weapons somewhere like they do to skins. I don't know if I know what you mean. Just here waiting for a banner which has the 4 stars I use since I'm cheap like that. Fair enough. Listen, I mean, even the 4 stars can be one of those weird things where like you don't have, because there's 3 of them in every banner, you don't even really have a proper pity for those. So yeah, those can get complicated really, really easily. Watch out for Mika as well. So obviously Beans is on the other side of the room because everybody just heard her sneeze. There's no way you didn't hear that. Good morning, everybody. So it is 7 o'clock. I'd imagine the stream will begin any moment now. But let's see. Not yet, it hasn't, though. No, still nothing yet. They usually start a minute or two late, but it just went live. All right, so I think we're going to be seeing this thing pop up here anytime now. Come on. Let's do the thing. Come on. Well, they have a feed. It just hasn't launched yet. So already with the key art that they have here, it's probably pretty telling that we have Albedo and Klee in it. So that's a good indication of what's to come. I do like that you know, we've got Kale in it. So I don't know if she's going to be doing some traveling or if Albedo's going to Sumeru. Also Sucrose. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. We'll see. Eula mains usually have to usually crit fish for her. What? Crit fish? I'm confused. What is crit fishing? I still hope for playable Cloud Retainer after we have seen her human form. Oh, Kasu. Yes. I actually think that is a highly probable future update. I really, truly do. Given that they did actually provide us a human, you know, form for her, that's already very telling, right? Obviously, it's, you know, a far cry from a guarantee under any meaningful circumstance, but it certainly doesn't make it, you know, less probable. But to me, it was the little line that they threw in at the end where it made it seem as if that was, you know, likely. They had the little interaction between Cloud Retainer and Madame Ping at the end of that. Why is this? Okay, here we go. Well, what is happening? I am getting a little confused as to what is happening with this because it didn't seem to want to reload, and now the stream looks like it's playing and it's not updating on my side. I hate everything. Hang on. We're gonna update this. Come on. Play, damn you. Are you gonna actually play? What is happening? This is the worst. We've already got a code on the screen if somebody wants to share that. Oh, this is the worst, guys. I don't understand why this thing is not picking up. I'm literally dying right now. Oh boy. You wanna try actually updating here? Yeah. Oh, cool, an ad.
So cute.
Oh, it's that stupid Coke Bear movie.
There's more of this out there.
Check it out. Something got into it.
Yikes.
A bear did cocaine. A bear? What's wrong with that bear?
Cocaine Bear, only in theaters. Rated R.
That's a
The voice of Albedo,
movie.
Chief Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius. And today, as you all can see, I am joined by...
Hey, wait, that's my intro. That's what I
Yep.
usually say. Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar, the voice of the male traveler, Ether.
What's up, everybody? I'm Amber May, and I voice Dehya. And to match Albedo's long and official-sounding title, I'm gonna introduce her as Sumeru's legendary Eremite mercenary, the Flame Mane.
That sounds really cool. I like that.
Yeah, I really like that title.
Thanks, y'all.
And it just so happens that today is Amber's first time joining us on the special program.
Yes, and I am super excited to be here. And the little cheapy Dia. She's so cute. I can't wait to go over everything that's coming to version 3.5. I'm so psyched.
Totally, and I know all our travelers out there are also super excited, so why don't we kick things off by starting with our first new playable character for version 3.5, Dia!
Woo! Starting with Dia. Let's go!
I just turned it up a little bit. Let me know if
it's
that's loud
taken a
enough.
while, but she is finally here.
That's right! And even though she's technically a new playable character, we've already seen Dia in the game for a while now, and she's even become a good friend of ours. She was pretty active throughout the Sumeru storyline and helped us get through some pretty tough moments. So next, we'll let Amber do the honors and introduce this character for everyone.
Thanks, Zach. As you mentioned, a lot of players might already feel familiar with Dia's character. Even though she might appear carefree and casual, she actually possesses amazing skills and is really professional. She's already made a name for herself as one of the strongest members among the Eremites. And even in the midst of danger, she has an uncanny ability to make others around her feel safe, you know?
Right? It seems like no matter what kind of situation we're in, as soon as Dia appears, everybody can relax knowing that we're in good hands. Is that what Dunyarzad feels like having her around? I mean, I wouldn't mind hanging out with Dia all the time.
And now that Dia will be available as a playable character, travelers will have a chance to learn a lot more about her.
That's right. So let's watch some clips of Dia. You might find that she's a little bit different from your initial impressions. We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
I like her new sword. That
Let's
sword's
get
really
it
cool.
on! Hi! You asked for it.
Yeah, her attack animations are
Was
pretty
that,
awesome.
Did she have a flip phone? Do they have phones in Sumeru?
No, that's
phone.
actually her makeup box. She uses it to keep her makeup fresh, you know, even when she's out on the job. In fact, she's always looking for a chance to go shopping for accessories with Candace.
Interesting. So she's got a more, I want to say, refined side to her too? I feel like that's not really a common thing among, merc types, you know?
Yeah, the mercenary lifestyle can be pretty rough, but she's not always on the job. She lets another side of her character show when she's off the clock, you know?
Okay. I see. But I'm
I
sure
think
what
she's always
everyone
been
wants
on
to
the
know
clock
now
so
is
far.
what her abilities are like in a fight.
Right.
Yeah, did you see her punch stuff?
Yeah, that was pretty slick.
Dia wields a claymore in combat and carries a pyrovision. She uses fiery attacks to leave enemies smoldering in her wake. Literally smoldering.
Ooh, fiery. Yeah, just like her.
Totally. In battle, Dia uses her elemental skill to create a fiery sanctum field. When an opponent within the field takes damage, it'll unleash a coordinated attack, dealing AoE pyro damage to them.
Nice. So, looks like this ability will be really good for swapping characters and creating elemental reactions.
Also, active characters within this field have their resistance to interruption increased. And when such characters take damage, a portion of that damage will be
Interesting.
mitigated and taken by Dia instead.
She's so brave.
Huh.
You know, I'm kind of worried
like an
that Dia could
off-screen tank.
easily find herself in a tough spot.
Don't worry too much. There's a limit to the amount of damage that Dia can take for her teammates. Besides, when her own HP is low, she can also rely on her own passive talent to recover HP.
Awesome. Sounds like Dia's pretty tough.
And she has boundaries, which is healthy.
Well, she is kind of a legendary mercenary. I think that comes with the job. All right, let's move on to her burst. When Dia unleashes her
healthy
elemental
boundaries.
burst, she casts her claymore aside and enters the blazing lioness state.
Rawr!
Epic.
While in this state, Dia will use her fists to unleash quick attacks on her opponents, dealing considerable pyro damage. When the skill's duration ends, she will finish it with a stylish flying kick. Ha!
Nice.
Yeah, nice, right? And last but not least, she has an exploration talent. During the day, which is from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., the movement speed of party members is increased.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, lore-wise, you know, since she's one of the strongest mercenary from the desert. I guess keeping the pace up even under the scorching sun is just another day on the job for her.
It's a
Totally.
very interesting.
Everyone might be
passives.
familiar with her strong
huh.
and bold character, but her closer friends know that after she's had a few rounds, she'll start to get into some more emotional topics. In her story quest, Manticora chapter, the Traveler and Dehya work to solve some trouble Dehya's mercenary group is facing. In the process, we'll learn more about Dehya's backstory and uncover some things that have been buried in the past. Oh, another familiar face, Dunyarzad, will also be making an appearance in the quest. So, be sure to look forward to that.
Okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nice. We'll get some
So
updates
when will
with
Dehya be
Dunyarzad.
available in the game?
Good question. Okay, so event
Oh,
wishes for
wait.
version 3.5.
Already?
In the early part of the new version, both Dehya and Sino will be available with their own event wishes. Oh, and as a reminder to our travelers out there, Dehya will not be an event-exclusive character. After the version 3.6 update, which, to be clear, is the one after this upcoming 3.5 update, she will become available in the standard wish.
Wow.
And
Okay.
as for
That's
weapons,
very
the 5-star
unexpected.
Claymore, Beacon of the Reed Sea,
Dia's not a limited character.
will be available in the
Ugh.
version 3.5 weapon event wish.
Ooh.
I know. And
we're getting a Faruzan
Faruzan's
hangout.
very own
Okay.
hangout quest
I dig
will
it.
also be
Let's
added
go.
in version 3.5. So if travelers are interested in getting to know more about one of Sumeru's oldest researchers, then you definitely won't want to miss this. In the hangout, travelers will not only be able to see more about the differences between the academia's various schools of thought, but you'll also get to know more about Faruzan's personality and background.
She is such an interesting character, so I'm sure her hangout will be equally entertaining. Be sure to check it out.
Oh, I will. In version
Yeah,
3.5,
some people are saying
travelers
this is
can
gonna be a
also
new
expect an
D-Luke.
all-new
I-
Archon quest titled Kari Bear, which will continue our story
Whoa.
as we search for our sibling.
Okay. So
In
we
this
are
quest,
getting a
travelers
D-Luke
will not
update, or,
only meet Kaya and Sumeru, but
Dainsleif
will also be
update.
joined once again by our mysterious friend, Dainsleif.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes. Oh,
Go.
if I remember correctly, Kaya is also a descendant of Conria. I don't know, I'm just curious what'll happen if, those two meet or something.
Ooh, you're
Yeah.
right. That'll be interesting.
Also, what was
that
it?
seemed like a
Kari
thinly
Bear?
veiled
Kari Bear?
teaser.
Isn't that, sounds like the name of a sandwich.
Actually, Kari Bear happens to be the name of a very important role in this storyline,
Oh, okay.
and a lot of events in the story will be unfolding around this character. As travelers progress through the story, we'll learn more about Conria and the Abyss. We'll uncover more about what happened in the past and even learn some secrets behind the founding of the Abyss Order.
Wow.
Also, travelers will find themselves
we're gonna get some
facing a
serious updates
powerful
here.
new Abyss Herald as well as a new Black
Cryo
Serpent
Abyss.
Knight. So be careful, Koi.
Why is everything gotta sound so scary? Why can't he be the Black Serpent friend?
Black
I don't know, it
Serpent
just feels like
friend.
every time
Okay.
Conria crops up in the story, we learn a little bit more about the world of
Some
Teyvat.
Interesting new enemies.
So what else can you tell us, Zach?
I can't say much more about the story. You're just gonna have to play through it yourself, Koi.
Well, maybe
Just
you
play
can
through
just,
it.
I'm
maybe
going
you
to
can just,
assume
whisper
that
it
the
in my
trailer
ear.
covered
like
some
a
of
little
that,
mellow
but
cheeky
I
ear
didn't get
right
to see
here.
the trailer, so we're
Yeah,
gonna probably
I
have to
could,
rewatch that at the end of the
but I'm
stream.
not gonna.
Okay, fine. Looks like we have a lot of story content to look forward to in the new version.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Aren't we forgetting something or someone?
Oh, nope. I didn't forget. We have a second playable character landing in version 3.5, and he's actually from Mondstadt.
Yes,
Been a while since we've
Mondstadt.
had a new Mondstadt.
Okay, you guys ready? Cause we finally made it to Mika.
Woohoo!
I'm not sure if everyone remembers this young member rising through the ranks of the Knights of Avonius, but we have seen him before.
Yeah, I remember he was the one who read the Grandmaster's letter during Vine Lacefest.
Aw, he kind of looks like a little prince. Kind of cute.
Yeah, he does have that kind of vibe. And since he's from Mondstadt, I think we can let Koi introduce this one.
It would be my pleasure. Mika is currently the Knight's most active cartographer and plays an important role in Eula's reconnaissance company. Even though he lacks social skills like Zach
Reconnaissance.
and doesn't appear to be particularly strong, Mika is meticulous in his work and maintains a good working relationship with his colleagues. He's also capable of fully understanding his leader's commands, which is pretty useful.
Yeah.
And his leader is Eula, right?
That is correct. The interesting thing is that he's able to understand Eula despite her awkward way of speaking, and will even assist her with communicating with other units.
Awkward
Oh,
recognizes
respect.
awkward because he totally
Indeed.
talks like Butters
Over
from
time,
South Park.
Mika has gradually become a very reliable member
I mean,
to
not in
handle
voice,
a
but in
variety of
personality.
tasks and errands. But why am I telling you when we could just, watch a quick trailer and see what else we can learn about Mika?
Yeah, let's watch the trailer.
Woohoo!
Trailer time!
Verifying our current position, measuring distance to target area. All right, I've recorded the terrain conditions.
Oh, he's a polearm. Didn't see that coming. Was kind of hoping he was going to be a catalyst. Damn.
Providing cover fire.
Oh, what? He's got a crossbow. Interesting.
Leave the wounded to me.
Oh, he is all over the place. He's got a book. What? His skills
Who gave this child a
kind
crossbow?
of crazy.
That's what I want to know. I mean, I guess since he was deployed as part of Grandmaster Varka's expeditionary force, it was him. I don't know. But anyway, his exceptional performance helped him gain the Grandmaster's trust, and he even taught him a couple of things. This training no doubt helped Mika develop a certain level of combat prowess, even if he himself wasn't aware of it.
Ooh.
For example, even though swords tend to be the weapon of choice among the Knights of Favonius, Mika uses a spear and a crossbow, which is a result of his combat instruction with Grandmaster Varka. His mentorship and focus on flexibility helped Mika find a combat style that is more suited to a little guy like himself.
Huh. Shakes it up a little bit.
Yeah. The
Well, he's definitely
Grandmaster seems
different
to
than
think outside of the
typical.
box, and having a mentor like him will definitely be a big asset for Mika as he continues to grow.
For sure, for sure. All right, let's check out Mika putting his variety of skills to use in combat.
Yeah, I'm gonna
As
be
a
curious
support
to see
role
how
for
this
the
works.
Knights of Favonius, Mika has learned a variety of methods for assisting his teammates in combat. When he uses his elemental skill, he'll attack the enemy with his crossbow, increasing his teammates' attack speed and physical damage.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so
And
he's
when
an
he
off-screen
uses
buffer
his elemental burst, Mika recovers HP for his teammates
and a
and
healer.
gives them a special status effect. Wanna guess what it does?
What?
Tell us.
This status causes teammates to regenerate HP whenever their attacks hit an enemy.
So he's a
Ooh,
Eula
that's
buffer.
helpful.
Any
Nice.
bet that we are gonna have
So
a
yeah,
Eula
no,
rerun
Mika
this banner
spends
then?
a lot of time working in the wild.
We're totally gonna
and
have a
he's
Eula
developed the
rerun banner.
necessary survival
100%.
and
That's gonna be
adventure
the banner
skills.
he's with.
When Mika is on the team, the location of nearby resources unique to Mondstadt will display on the minimap, increasing the team's ability to find necessary resources while adventuring.
Wow. Yeah, I can see he has a lot of support skills.
Yeah, it's always good to have a reliable member on the team.
Yeah,
So,
there's
let's
no
talk about the event wishes for the later part
not
of version
Eula.
3.5.
What?
Travelers can expect to see
It's
Kamisato
Ayaka and
Ayaka
Shinra.
and Shunhe returning with rerun event wishes alongside
Um,
Mika.
I don't think
So if
Shen's
you'd like
ran
to
in a
add Mika to your
long
team,
time
Then
either.
you definitely won't want to miss this.
And
Great.
you gotta
We've
imagine
already
that
covered a lot of
running
content,
Ayaka
so
is,
let's
you know,
take a quick break
a
here before
merit
we
of
dive
the
into
fact that
some
they just
other
released the
version
costume
3.5
for her.
reveals.
Sounds good.
Wow.
Time for another redemption code. Everyone ready?
I am real
And
surprised that it's not
code
Eula.
incoming.
Redemption code.
You know, like, that's actually a really, really cool Dehya key art. Yeah. I gotta hopefully get some high-res images for some of these key arts today. Awesome. Wait, Albedo banner as well? It kinda doesn't look that way, no. Because we're getting a Sino rerun with Dehya at the start, and then Ayaka and Shenhe on the other side. Well, we'll see, won't we? The banners are definitely not what we're expected here today. I'm gonna turn the volume down on that a little bit until it comes back. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely these are not the banners that I expected. It's not necessarily a bad thing, like I said before. Shen hasn't rerun in a really long time, you guys, so it's kind of a good thing that she's
Welcome
running
back,
again.
everyone.
There's been people waiting
Next,
for
we'll be
for a
covering
while.
the events coming our way in version 3.5. As you can see, the main event will be the Windblume
Oh,
Festival.
yeah, okay.
There's
Windblume got a
nothing like
new
the soft Mondstadt breeze on your
weapon coming.
face.
So true, so true. I'm sure many of you are already familiar with the festival, With time, it has become an important celebration of freedom and love for the people of Mondstadt. During the festival, people give fresh flowers to the ones they love and follow the important tradition of offering their Windblume to the Animo Archon. Kale, who's now been cured of Elazar, will once again make her way to this nation of freedom during
Nice.
this romantic and colorful festival.
Aw, I want to go.
Cool. Excited to see her.
Well, it gets spicier because accompanying her for the trip is Tainari and Sino.
Ooh, interesting.
I see some
It feels
controversy
unusual to
coming.
see them all come to Mondstadt.
Right? It's like all our friends from Sumeru took a field trip. Kale will be playing an important role in this storyline, and upon arriving in Mondstadt, she finds a mysterious prophecy in a book. They must complete the 4 pieces of the prophecy in order to light the lantern of utmost joy and receive a supreme blessing.
Okay, so I'm assuming this supreme blessing would do something like granting your wish, right?
That's right. In the course of helping Kale find leads about the prophecy, travelers will get to know more about Kale's background and see how she's grown to be the person we know and love. Of course, we'll also be meeting lots of familiar faces throughout the event, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of smiles as we reunite with some old friends.
Right on.
Oh, sweet. Sounds like we'll be making some great memories in this one. Oh, by the way, did you two notice Timaeus standing in the background there? And there's a girl with him.
Nice catch. How did you notice him? He's got such NPC vibes. Just kidding. Yes, Timaeus
he
will be
is an
playing an
NPC.
important role in this event, other than standing too close to the crafting table.
That's why I
but
couldn't
as
figure
for
out who the hell that
girl
was.
standing next to him is, we'll have to play through the story and see.
Ooh.
If they're appearing in an event like Windblume, then it looks like it'll be a romantic story, am I right?
Like I said, we'll see. Oh, in addition to the festival storyline, the Adventurers Guild will also be preparing some fun events for our travelers to participate in and experience the holiday vibes. There will be 3 available game modes: Floral Pursuit, Ballads of Breeze, and Breezy Snapshots.
Yes.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Ooh is correct.
Oh, who set up all
In
these
Floral
balloons
Pursuit,
to pop in the
travelers
library?
will need to continuously collect bloom balloons to increase their score. After collecting a set amount of balloons, the next area will unlock, and once you've collected a specific number of bloom balloons in the final area, a ring of pursuit will appear. Touch the ring to leave the area and complete the challenge.
Where is
And
that?
in each area, travelers will also encounter
It
airshots
looks like the
balloons
library,
that
but it's
pursue you.
different.
If you're caught by an airshots balloon, you will lose 1 pursuit point and be returned to the start point of that area. Ooh.
It's got to be
Ooh,
inside
scary.
the Knights of
So
Favonius
we'll
headquarters.
probably need to avoid those. And the travelers will be able to enjoy Floral Pursuit in single-player mode
I wonder if we're
or
getting an
tackle
expansion
challenges
to the
along with our
inside of the
friends in
headquarters
co-op
then.
mode.
Wow. Looks like that'll be fun. What's next?
Well, let me ask you, Amber, do you like rhythm games?
Yes.
I thought you would, because
And we got
the
a new
next thing
rhythm
is a
game
rhythm
coming.
game. It's called Ballads of Breeze. This time, travelers will be able to choose from 3 different instruments and use their instrument of choice to play through the song challenges.
Nice. And will that actually affect the sound they hear in the game mode?
Yep, the instrument they hold and play will be different.
Ah, cool.
Okay,
I
so
see.
they
Mhm.
are adding some
While
little
performing a
change-ups.
song, different notes will appear on the screen. When a note falls on the decision line, press the decision line to score points. The amount of points scored will vary depending on your timing, and a rank will be awarded according to the amount of points scored, and you'll be able to claim the corresponding rewards.
Sweet.
Oh, and as with previous iterations of the game, there will be a function to calibrate the input delay of your device and adjust the decision line, which will improve the overall experience, just in case you're playing on your toaster. Oh, and for travelers who
Yeah.
are interested in
Some
getting
people,
a
that's a
little
problem.
deeper into the game, an editing mode will be available again for players to create their own beat maps, which can then
Yes.
be shared for other travelers to challenge.
Ah, can't wait. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of rematches.
You're on.
And finally, we have Breezy Snapshots, which will have travelers once again making use of their trusty camera. Travelers will be given photography targets and will need to travel to the corresponding locations to snap some photos and receive rewards.
Click, click, just for my photo album.
Beautiful. During the Windblume Festival event, travelers will have the chance to obtain an exclusive 4-star claymore weapon called Mailed Flower.
Aw, nice. I like it. Really fits the theme.
Right? Yeah, pretty flowers. I love them. I really hope travelers will
Wonder what the
enjoy
stats
all
on
the
that weapon are
different
gonna be.
games that the event has to offer.
Some of the event
and
weapons
join
have
the
been
people
really
of
good over the
Mondstadt for the
years.
festive atmosphere.
Definitely. I can already feel the Windblume's breath.
Anyway, next we have another event also taking place in Mondstadt called Spices from the West Northerly Search.
That's right. Some of you may remember that there was a Sumeru scholar we helped once when we were in Liyue. Apparently, her research gained the attention of Lord Sangamabe, you know, Dory, and now she's received additional funding. This time, the scholar has come to Mondstadt to find people to assist her research and taste test some special dishes with seasoning.
Oh, if she's got Dory's backing, then she should have all the Mora she'll ever need.
That sounds really nice. So what can we expect this time around?
Right, so the gameplay for this event will be pretty similar to last time. After we start creating the seasoning, we'll need to add the ingredients to the pot in the right order by hitting the button as the needle points to the corresponding ingredient.
That's gonna destroy my whole brain.
However, we have a
Whole brain.
limited amount of attempts, so we need to add all the required ingredients with as few mistakes as possible.
Oh no.
More seasoning recipes will gradually unlock throughout the event period.
I'm sure this won't be too hard for travelers that are familiar with cooking their own dishes.
Oh yeah, I always cook. I cook all the time, yeah.
Sure.
I know what you are.
Travelers can add their completed seasonings to delicious dishes to obtain fragrant dishes. We can also invite characters to taste test the fragrant dishes in the Serenity Pot to increase their companionship experience. After they taste a dish, we can hear their responses, which will vary based on the character's personal preferences. This will test how well travelers understand each character's personal taste.
Oh no, that's gonna hurt my feelings. No, because even if it's a fragrant dish, that doesn't mean that every character is going to like it.
Ugh, too much salt. For our next event, we will be heading back to the lands of Sumeru.
Fungus
For those of you who
Mechanicus.
remember the Beast Tamers
Try your hand
tournament,
at Fungus
this next event
Mechanicus?
is related to that. However, the format will be pretty different from what you might expect. Because the Wisdom Orb is still in its stages of theoretical research, it might be a while before our next competition.
Okay, but have you considered that I want it now?
I know, but don't worry. To keep discussion alive and the competition fresh in everyone's minds, the organizers have put together a new event to spread the word. They purchased the rights to Theater Mechanicus in Sumeru and incorporated some fungi elements to design a completely new game called Fungus Mechanicus.
Well, the previous few
Seems they're putting
versions
a
of
lot of
Theater
effort into
Mechanicus
promoting
were
the
basically
competition.
busted,
That's right.
so
So,
Let's,
what'll the rules be like for
let's
this
see what
event?
happens.
I'm gonna tell ya. In Fungus Mechanicus, we will be controlling pieces that look like fungi, aptly named little fungi. Our enemies will be Mechanici, which I'm sure many of you have seen before. The little fungi will automatically attack the nearest Mechanici, and travelers will be able to select the little fungi and control their movement or order them to attack a specific target. During the challenge,
It's giving
we'll
me
need to command
RTS
our
vibes.
fungi and defeat all the Mechanici to clear the stage and receive rewards.
Hey, wait, did you say we're gonna go up against
Or
the
like
Mechanici
MOBA.
that we were controlling in the previous Theater Mechanicus event?
What's wrong, Koi, huh? What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? They were our friends.
Look, they're attacking your little fungi now.
Oh gosh, you're right, they need to die.
It's okay. By using Marvelous Jelly,
need to
we can
die.
let our little fungi unleash their skills. Using these skills at the right moment is the key to achieving victory. Marvelous Jelly will be gradually restored over time, and Plauditory Protection will randomly appear during the challenge, granting an additional amount of jelly.
Looks like we'll need some strategy. Like, you have to plan out every move.
Of your betrayal?
Some familiar friends from the Beast Tamers tournament will be making an appearance too.
Oh,
Do you guys remember Bongo Head and Twirly Whirly?
Yeah.
Travelers can feed their fungi
do.
Marvelous Jelly to interact with them too.
Ooh.
In addition to these events in Mondstadt and Sumeru, the upcoming version will also include the Vibro-Crystal Verification Challenge
Are
event.
we going back to
An
Economia?
engineer from Fontaine has arrived at the outskirts of the chasm to study the harmonic
Nah,
motion
chasm.
between gems known as Vibro-Crystals and collect data in an effort to clear the name of his colleague.
Interesting. So he's helping out a colleague. What happened?
Well, apparently, after completing his Vibro-Crystal research, Patrice returned to his home nation, but came under suspicion for faking his research data.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so now he's found someone to come to the chasm in his place and verify his findings.
Ooh.
Sounds like it isn't easy being an engineer in Fontaine. That's why I stick to beating up bad guys.
Nice.
Yeah, from the sound of it, we're still gonna have to fight here, too. In this event, travelers can connect transmitter and receiver crystals and attempt to produce various effects that will allow you to defeat your foes with ease. Score points during the challenge, and you will be awarded medals based on the score, and receive the corresponding rewards.
Whoa, okay. So there's a lot going on here with the crystals and effects. Can you give us more details?
Sure thing. I know it might sound a little complicated at first, but honestly, it's not too tough once you get the hang of it. The various effects are basically buff effects that we can receive during the challenge, and these effects are triggered by combining transmitter and receiver
Yeah, it seemed more
crystals.
complicated than it was
Transmitter
last
crystals
time we
are
had
the
this
conditions for triggering the buff effect, and receiver crystals are the buff effect that occurs once those conditions are met.
Oh, okay. I think I got it.
Yep. And to conduct the experiments, travelers will need to assemble 2 teams of characters, as well as the corresponding Vibro-Crystal harmonic schema. Travelers will then carry out 2 rounds of combat, and for our newer players out there, there's no need to worry. The event will also provide trial characters to assist everyone in completing the challenge.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
It looks like this event will also be awarding different tiers of medals.
In that case, I'll aim for...
The highest tier?
The garbage can?
No. Just aiming for participation rewards. Yeah.
I like my suggestion. Anyway, Amber, what else is there?
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, version 3.5 will also be featuring the classic Leyline Overflow event, which will give travelers the
Yeah, it's
chance to
always a
stock
helpful
up
one
on
when you have new
character
characters to
experience
level
books
up.
and more. I'm sure many
I
of our
actually do
viewers
need a
are
lot of
pretty
those right
familiar with
now.
this event. It's super helpful for those who are looking to level up your characters, so be sure not to miss it.
All right, switching gears. In version 3.5, a limited time heated battle mode will be available in Genius Invocation TCG,
Limited time
which will
heated battle
feature
mode.
some special rules.
Nice. So, what are we looking at here?
Basically, this mode will be all about reducing the cost of elemental dice. So, the number of elemental dice required to play the first card from your hand every round will be reduced by 2. Also, the number of elemental dice required to use the first character skill each round will be reduced by 1.
Okay.
Yeah, from the sound of it, the pace of the game will be much faster.
Yeah, I like it. I hope all our Genius Invocation fans will enjoy it.
Last but not least, we have a system-related update. I think you'll like this one. After the version 3.5 update, the game will be adding additional rewards for completing Archon quests.
Oh,
Upon completing
that means
each
a lot of us
Archon
are going to get a
quest,
lot of new
travelers will receive
rewards.
1 intertwined fate, along with a variety of other rewards. Once the update is complete, travelers can view the tour guide feature in the Adventurer's Handbook to claim the corresponding rewards.
Yay! More intertwined fate! And just don't forget to claim
Okay.
it after the version update. I kind of do that sometimes. And with that, let's get to today's last redemption code.
Redemption code, sounds good.
All right, let me turn the volume on this a little bit. So, okay, now we know what all the events are going to be. Somebody's mentioned why they not teased the weapon banners. Yeah, I'm a little surprised they haven't done that yet either. Obviously, we saw what Dehya's weapon looks like, but we haven't seen what the details are on it. It's kind of awkward. For the events, I guess we're going to have to wait and see what this new Theater Mechanicus, like Sumeru version is going to really be like. Honestly, guys, anything is better than the way Theater Mechanicus has been in the last 2 or 3 runs. Like, the buff sticks thing was just, it was not... You guys know me. Like, I usually try to be very positive about things, because everybody has negative takes. Like, literally. But, like, let's try to spin it into a positive. Theater Mechanicus was not good. The original version of Theater Mechanicus was good. Like, the literal first version was, like, it is still to this day one of my favorite events that they've ever had. And they've just found ways to
I
subsequently
can't
make it
believe
worse
how
each
fast
time
that
they've
went.
implemented
Like,
it.
We're already at the end of today's program.
I know, the whole thing just flew right by.
Yeah, it really did. So, Amber, how did you enjoy being on the special program?
I absolutely loved it. Like, I'm so hyped for this new version. I'm hyped for Dehya and Mika, and I'm a little biased, but yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Dehya. She looks super strong, and she just looks like she kicks butt, you know?
Yeah.
I'm excited for all the new storylines, and yeah, I think it was a good idea to bring me on.
Oh my gosh. I am simultaneously
See, I'm
really
funny.
impressed and kind of livid.
Wah, wah.
Y'all
How
love
dare
me.
you?
It was so good.
I'm really excited for the little fun guy. What? I am.
We all love the fun guy,
They
too.
look
Yeah.
like fun guys.
Yeah.
And also, there's a lot of cool new story content coming up, like Faruzan's Hangout and Dia's Story Quest, and also the whole Dainsliv Conria thing. That's gonna expand the world of Tevat.
That's
I'm pretty excited for all that
It's
stuff.
kind of a
What
big
about
hit.
Windblume?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm super excited for all the Windblume events, and Dehya and Mika, of course. I know the rhythm game is coming back, so that'll be super fun, even though I am horrible at it.
Oh, that's okay. I'll teach you.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I need some help. But I love rhythm games. I'm just not great at them. But yeah, no, it was awesome to have you both here on the special program, and I hope everyone will enjoy all the new content coming our way in version 3.5. See you all in game. Bye,
Okay, I guess we're
guys.
not going to get
Bye.
any details on the new weapon, I guess, but that's fine. Okay, so I need to also really quickly go and see if we have any updates on the official Genshin Impact channel to check really quick if we have the trailer released yet, because if so, I need to go back and watch that because I haven't seen it yet. No, we don't. At least it doesn't look like it. No, it's not showing up for me if it is there, although there was a notification mark that kind of made it seem like it would be. Yeah. I'm not seeing the trailer on the official Genshin Impact YouTube yet. Doesn't look like it, no. Well, I would replay that. I guess I'll wait a few minutes and we'll see if it pops up while we discuss a few things. So yeah, we do have, like I was saying, we got Theater Mechanicus, like a new take on that coming. I'm hoping that this like radical change will be a step in the right direction for Theater Mechanicus, because Theater Mechanicus is really one of the only events that they would tend to bring back that would actually make me dread its its return, because the buff sticks were just bad. But you know, a new version of it might be a nice refreshing change, so we'll see. The new character banners are definitely surprising. I think what with the way Mika works, everybody was kind of anticipating it being Eula as a rerun, but it's not. It's Ayaka and Shenhe, which are two characters that really work well together. If anybody here doesn't have either of those characters and is interested in getting both, they work off, they play off of each other really well. So if you're looking to make a really powerful cryo team, now is your opportunity. That's for sure. The story details. Wow, we have a lot coming in this version though. So Koi was saying something about it expands the map of Tevat, so they're kind of making it seem like we are actually going to Conria by the way he worded that, but I didn't really get to see the trailers, so I don't know, like I didn't get any like accompanied visuals with that. I need to go and, like I said, I'm gonna have to watch the trailer and see kind of what we have in store for us there. Maybe some of you also missed it because it would not play for some reason when it started. I don't know what's going on there. That will be interesting to see kind of how that's going to develop, but the new Dainsliv quest is still mega hype one way or the other. It's been most of a year now, I think, since the last time we've had an update with Dane. So, usually we get some of the biggest we get some of the biggest progress, you know, for that actually drives the traveler's story forward whenever we get these Dainslift quests, because this is where we usually get our little insight to what's going on with the sibling. This is where we get little insights as to what's going on for the big picture with the story, as opposed to just what's going on within the focus of the Archons. So this will be a huge update for the story. We also have what's going on with the Windblume event. So obviously it looks like we're going to have some kind of interaction with Albedo and Sucrose and Timaeus. Some people in the chat have been talking about the possibility of it bringing back Yinger. That she is always an interesting character whenever they use her. Because she is very colorful, we'll say. If you have not been playing Genshin Impact since the last time they brought her into an event, well, you're in for a treat. Yeah. Let's see, what else did we have coming on for... Farazan's Hangout. That should be an interesting one because, you know, Farazan is a character out of time, right? Like, she's from 100 years ago. So that will definitely be an interesting one as well. So it'll be interesting to learn just more about her as a character in general, but also, you know, see if she has any insights on the way things used to be as compared to how they are now throughout her quest. So, you know, we might have a little bit of a good opportunity to learn more about Teyvat just by mere merit of, you know, doing a Hangout quest with Farazan. I am way behind on the Hangout quests. I really am. So I need to get into those and go ahead and start knocking those out. But I think with Farazan, I'll probably try to do hers right away. Yuki in the chat asked, how does redemption codes work? You just go to the account settings, and there should be a enter codes area or redemption codes area. And you just click on that, and you can copy and paste them straight into the window, and you'll get your... you'll get the rewards for those. Make sure you do it today because they do expire usually at the end of the day. All right, let's does anybody have any questions about things that we got? Let's go ahead and light that up in the chat here. If anybody had any questions about things to discuss from the live stream, I'll address those before I get out of here. And also, if we can get all 3 of the codes punched back into chat. I'm seeing 2 of them, but yeah, if we can get all 3 of them punched in one, that would be very helpful for some people. I'm actually going to go enter those in myself here momentarily. There's an event with Sumeru characters going to Mondstadt. Why are there Inazuma and Leowa characters rerunning? Yeah, you know, bro, there used to be a certain expectation of the banner characters, or the rerun banner characters, you know, back when there were a few less characters being involved in the story whenever they were rerunning. And lately that hasn't been the case as much. You know, we have Albedo coming into the story. It looks like Klee will be involved. Neither of them are rerunning. We saw no sign from the special program, although I haven't seen the trailer. We saw no sign of Shenhe or Ayaka, but we do have, you know, we just had Ayaka, and they just made a new costume for her. So I was kind of surprised that, you know, Ayaka didn't run in the previous version, you know, in 3.4, what we're playing in right now, given that they made a costume for her. I kind of thought that those would be ran at the same time so that they could, you know, they could go ahead and get, you know, more sales on the costume by getting people to also roll on her character. But that isn't what they did. They had decided to space it out one version, which it's fine. Okay, so she's here now. I would be very surprised if 3.6 does not run Eula finally. It's been, like somebody mentioned earlier, it's been over a year. It has been a very long time since Eula has last run. So it's definitely time for her to be added back to the game for all of the new joiners, because she's a great character. You know, for a lot of you who aren't, you know, accustomed to physical damage playstyle, Eula kind of redefines how that works in this game, where, you know, a lot of characters really can't pull off a physical playstyle the same way she does. You know, she can put out, you know, it's not unheard of for her to put out, you know, 20, 25, 30K normals under the right circumstances. Probably a little easier to do that if you don't have a C6 Bennett like my dumbass, but yeah, you know, she's a really good character. Whenever they finally rerun her, there'll be a lot of you, I'm sure, excited to jump on that opportunity. 3.6 will be 6 weeks after the release of 3.5, which I do believe will fall sometime in April. Yes. All right. Hey, Aether and Darren's are here. Welcome, guys. Better late than never. Hang on, let me handle something here. Since they're here, let me do something. Okay. Yeah, so let me get back into the chat here to see if there were any questions. Kiro Kamiya says this is gonna be a big patch. Yes, this is gonna be a huge patch. I know there's already like maybe a little bit of you know, secondary controversy regarding the fact that like some of the banner characters aren't what were expected. They didn't talk about the new weapon, although the fact that Dehya, that her character is going to be joining the ranks of the basic banner, it makes me wonder if her weapon's gonna get added to the basic banner. Probably not, but if it does, great. You know, that you know, there's always been like the basic weapon banner as well, so who knows what's gonna happen there. Let me take a look at something real quick here. Hey, I did the time converter thing and it said 06 on 05, damn it. I mean, or you can just be better. Get wrecked. You got a couple of mods. You got a mod on YouTube and Twitch. Yes, I do. I mean, we had Maple here. We were fine. It wasn't a big deal. The special program is sadly ending right now, as opposed to, or ended already, as opposed to starting. So yeah, you know, yeah, you missed it, but it's all good, but don't worry about it. Will she go to standard after a special banner? Yes. So Ironheaded asked if Dehya's gonna go to the standard banner. Yes, that is exactly what they're gonna be doing with Dehya in the after this version. So I believe what they were basically alluding to is that in 3.6 we're gonna see her transfer over to the standard banner, and then there are what is it, the Skyward weapons that are also in the standard banner. So we might see her weapon get added to the standard banner, but I kind of doubt it, guys. I really do. The Skyward weapons have always been what's in the standard banner, so that's just like extreme speculation that they would add the you know, any new weapons to that banner. I kind of doubt it. But for Dehya to be added to it is a nice surprise. D-Luke has always been like everybody's deluxe party or pity popper, but you know, for them to add another new character like Dehya to it, that's nice. I'm always excited when they add new characters to it. Of course, given that there's some things going on with the other one, it's not, you know, watering down the pool a little bit isn't a bad thing, because most people are like going on strike whenever you roll Tighnari right now. So let's see, do you think Kaya meeting Dainsliff is gonna be fun? Well, they definitely did hint that could be an interesting thing. Given that they are both Conrans, I feel like Kaya meeting Dainsliff will be important, like kind of extremely important, right? Like we might learn a little bit more about Kaya's background and what his whole deal is. Given that off screen, Kaya basically came clean to D-Luke a long time ago, I feel like Kaya's not really a threat, because I really, really don't think that D-Luke would allow Kaya to remain unchecked. If he perceived that he was any kind of a threat, that would not be permitted, right? Like he would probably handle it right away. It looks like we finally got the trailer. Thanks, Warpaint Unicorns. I'll go ahead and pop that into the chat here in just a second so that we can check that out. But yeah, I really don't think that there would be any conflict with Kaya per se, but you know, like with all things, time will tell. But basically, the way his character has been built up and the interactions that he has with you know, characters like the Knights of Favonius, and the one character, his adopted brother Diluc, who actually does know about his past, isn't doing anything about it, suggests to me that Kaya's not really a threat. But it doesn't mean that Dane and Kaya will get along well. Really, all we can really do is kind of wait and see how that plays out. All right, so now that we've got the trailer, let's go ahead and pump that thing in here and see what that's got going on.
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for power that you covet?
I've never seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal?
You have a troubled look on your face. What happened?
I can't take it.
I think that he might have seen you.
He?
Fate has not granted you the right to enter this place.
The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
Let's get it on!
Oh, Dia's theme, what a banger already.
You're dead meat!
Oh, Dia's theme is a lot heavier than usual. I dig it.
I'll make every effort to navigate us safely and report intel on the enemy.
Mika's theme is giving me kind of a Eula vibe.
Precision strike! Let's keep going, team!
That's Kai, right?
Why is this humble windmill such a great view?
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
Because it is the true Great Vayu Viastra.
That's it. Think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
All right, so we definitely got some good things coming from this. Let's see what else they're going to cover. Okay, yeah, it's going to be just a review of the events. After that, we've got this new balloon event in the Knights of Favonius headquarters, looks like. I'm going to be very curious to see if that's going to be a permanent update to the interior of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That could be really interesting if that ends up being the case. Layla's shield should be interesting with Eula, yes and no. I don't know. Maybe just because it adds a little bit of extra cryo damage with the potential for regenerating particles. I actually was trying Layla with Eula earlier this week. I didn't hate it. But I kind of prefer other shielders with him, or with her rather. Usually like Zhongli is usually my go-to shielder, but I was trying it. I didn't hate it. And it's definitely nice to get another cryo regenerative source, which is always nice. Albedo should be part of the standard since we still have no Geo in the pull, but now 2 Pyros. That's true, Pikachu. I think that having a character like Albedo would be a nice add-on, but we don't get many Geo characters in general in the game, really. You know, the last 2 Geo characters, well, who was the last Geo? Was it Yunjin or was it Ito? I'm not sure what order they fell in. It's been a while. I think I kind of feel like it was Yunjin. Oh, hey, look, an ad.
We're different
Can we
because
just
you're different.
can we just not?
Running
Let
a
me just
food.
mute this so that I can get this off the screen. Because I want to go through and rewatch the Conria part of this trailer one more time, but I need this frickin' ad to end. Okay, this is, oh, this just went to the live stream automatically. Come on now. Can't be doing that. Hang on, let me see if I can refresh this. All right, that should fix that. And let's watch that again. Just to see if I can catch anything that I missed maybe on that first pass. Okay, or I can have no volume. It's cool.
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for power that you covet?
I've never seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal?
You have a troubled look on your face. What happened?
I can't take it.
I think that he might have seen you.
Fate has not granted you the right to enter this place.
The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
Okay, so there's definitely some interesting things going on. It does look like we're getting a new map extension, in agreement with what Koi was saying. I hope it will be a permanent one. Kind of think like what we got within Kanamiya with a new map that you'll just, you know, you'll enter through a specific location on the map, but also you can teleport to directly, more than likely. Only speculation at the time, but given that that's how they implemented in Kanamiya, I would imagine it'll be a similar way. Why does this area look like a mix of Kanamiya and the Chasm Ruins? Because they're all part of the same civilization. You know, like we've been finding Conrian ruins all over the map of Tevat for a very long time. Given that Conria is also an ancient civilization, I would have been more surprised if their ruins looked different. Yeah, no, they look exactly like they should. Yeah. It sounds like the same VA for Tainari Twitter will be angry. Yeah, it doesn't look like they changed him yet. But they already did confirm that they're going to, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Given that, you know, these things are all planned really, really, really far out and, you know, in advance, you know, they just don't probably have enough time to turn around changing him right now. And they can't really cancel an event or delay it because, you know, who knows how long that would take. And if they, you know, try to do it really fast, then, you know, we're just going to get an inferior product. So they may have no choice but to just run with it for now. I do think it's probably going to stir a little controversy, though. We'll see. They definitely couldn't do that as an overnight thing. You know, they probably had to go through some rigors just to make sure that everything was valid in terms of just verifying that what was being claimed of him was even true. And then once it was revealed that, yeah, okay, true, they're like, yeah, okay, you're fired. So now they've got to go through the process of replacing him, and that's just going to take some time. Half this stuff was obviously recorded in advance before anyone knew. Yeah, so I would imagine all of this stuff was recorded way in advance, probably months and months ago. So, you know, because they need to get all that stuff together. All that voice acting needs to be present so that they can have it, you know, actually queuing up at the right times and all this stuff during cutscenes. Like they've got a lot of, you know, a lot of boxes to check, as it were, in order to replace all of that. It's going to be a little while, I think. Do you think the voice from the mirror is from Celestia or Abyss? I'm thinking Abyss, just because we, you know, we were learning, supposedly we were going to be learning more about the origins of the Abyssal Order in this quest line. And we were seeing that Hilichurl with the, like, it looked like he was going to remove his mask or something, which could be just, you know, a misleading trailer detail, because they are prone to doing that from time to time. But given the way that they built it up during the special program, I think that we should probably expect that that's going to be more of an Abyssal Order type deal. Most of the patch recording are literally done at the start of what? Let's see. Ren R, do you think the I already read that. Yeah, oh yeah, Ren R, yeah, they definitely would have recorded all of it before this mess started, for sure. Well, he's boss Mika, I'll be watching the stream later on then. So yeah, exit stage life. You can't just snaggle post. Glad they didn't put Mika on Dia's banner. I wasn't too thrilled about pulling him. I mean, honestly, Kiro, I prefer when they put the new 4-star characters on the new 5-star character banners, because you're very likely to get them when that happens, because you're going to be rolling for the new 5-star characters anyways. And for people like me who have to get all the characters in order to make content with them, it makes things a lot cheaper. So I'm actually really the opposite about that. I really don't like it when they separate them, because it's kind of just a pain for me. All right, so I definitely Kaya is Sumeru though, very sus. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna be seeing him in Sumeru or not. I don't know what the plan is with that. But yeah, guys, I think we got a lot to look forward to in the next patch version. I got to get out of here because I got to start getting into the events of my day. People say already calling Dehya the new Chi-Chi. I mean, listen, I think Dehya is going to be a lot cooler than any of the other characters in the standard banner, though. Her animations look like they're going to be pretty fun. Like, I don't know. She seems like a little bit faster paced than Diluc, at least. And I'll be very curious to see how she ends up playing in terms of, you know, producing things like vaporize and melt and stuff like that. Even burning, potentially, depending on what kind of damage can be produced. We'll see. Albedo says that we see him in Sumeru. Okay, interesting. I didn't notice that, but it's easy to miss details. No, I prefer that too. I just worked out for me specifically in this instance. Okay, fair enough then. I'm happy to have a new pity. I mean, yeah, Warpaint says I'm happy to have new pity poppers. Yeah, I agree. You know, for people like me who have been playing the game from the start, a lot of the game's OG pity poppers are getting really high constellations. For me, particularly Jean and Diluc and Kutching are all already C6 and have been for some time. So whenever I get them, I just get nothing. I get, you know, like, I guess I get some intertwined fates back, basically, like 5 or something like that. So, but I'd rather just get a character constellation or a whole new character whenever that happens. So, you know, let's like the more they thin out the field in the standard banner, to me, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, though, because I'm less likely to accidentally pull, you know, pity pop on a character I've already got high constellation on, but I also get less likely, I become less likely to score constellations on Mona, which is the only pity, like, standard banner character I actually still want constellations for, because she is both my favorite character in the game and the standard banner character I have gotten the least by a large margin, like 200%. My Chi-Chi is C4 Aether. Mona is sadly C2 and everybody else is C6. Nobody cares about Tainari. Yeah, if my 50-50 losses would distribute evenly, I would be happy. CO, Kutching, C5, Diluc here. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, that's how I feel with my Mona, because she's remaining at very low, you know, constellation levels. Like, definitely always been a big Mona fan. If this here isn't, if this here isn't any indication of that, you know, like, you know, the fancy Mona figure that released some time ago, I got that in the mail a few weeks ago, and I've got the Figma back there too. So yeah, like, you know, Mona's an awesome character. Oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Yeah, let me just do this so it's a little bigger. There you go, Mona figure. Pretty awesome figure. They definitely did some nice detail work on this. One of these days I'm gonna do some pictures for it and you know, post them on my Twitter or something. I'll do that eventually. But yeah, it's a cool figure. It's original Mona, not the goofy redesigned thing that they made a while ago that nobody likes. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I think we definitely have a lot to talk about with regard to the event. We are going to, with the new version rather, we've got whatever's going on with this Hilly Churl and a bunch of other stuff coming. It's going to be a big update. Definitely going to be a big update. I'm pretty excited, more excited than I have been for a new version or story update in quite some time. So I think we have a lot to be excited about. I really do. That said, I need to get out of here, so I'm going to leave it here for today. I'm probably going to be doing another stream really soon because I need to get back into the Spiral Abyss and need to start getting those primos. So yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Make sure to like the video on the way out and subscribe if you haven't already, because that really does help me out, and I need to get the ball rolling with channel growth again. So please support me if you can by liking and subscribing on the way out. That really does help me out, and I'll see you all in the next stream. If I don't get another Mona soon, I'm gonna have to get some pizza.